Good morning, traders. Matt Weller here, Global Head of Research with FOREX.com. Today is Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2026, and we've just had the release of the Fed's preferred measure of inflation. In today's video, I'll break down everything that you need to know ahead of today's US session. Let's get right into it. So the aforementioned US Core PCE report came in bang on expectations, 0.2% month over month, 3.3% year over year. Frankly, that's not too surprising when it comes to this report. You can sort of interpolate where it's going to come out based on the CPI and PPI reports that we had a couple of weeks ago. In my Core PCE preview report on FOREX.com, I had mentioned that in my view, a 0.2% reading probably decreases the likelihood that the Federal Reserve will raise interest rates at its next meeting in September. Market pricing is holding steady around 35% odds of such a move in the wake of that report. The next thing to watch from here will be Chairman Kevin Warsh's speech at the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium on Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, where he could offer a bit more insight into his framework for how he's viewing monetary policy. In terms of major markets, they're digesting this in a pretty straightforward way. We see U.S. indices mixed, the U.S. dollar's relatively flat. We do see oil continuing to fall. That's unrelated to inflation. Instead, there seems to be growing optimism about de-escalation in the Middle East. The latest headlines are that the U.S. has returned diplomats to bases in the Middle East, suggesting that perhaps there's no fears of immediate military strikes. We'll see if that actually pays off, because of course we've been saying that on and off here for the past 4, 5, maybe even 6 months. The most surprising economic release that we've gotten in the past 12 hours or so was the Australian CPI report. That came in hotter than expected, 1.0% month over month versus just 0.8% anticipated. And as a result, it's essentially revived what was thought to be dead rate hike hopes for the Reserve Bank of Australia at its next meeting. From below 10%, markets are now pricing in about a 1 in 3 chance that the RBA could raise interest rates. And as a result, we see the Australian dollar as the strongest major currency on the day. We don't have much else in terms of economic data releases throughout today's US session, but we will have earnings from NVIDIA, one of the largest companies on the planet, after the market closes. NVIDIA is expected to report $2.09 in adjusted EPS, and that to come on $92.1 billion in revenue for the most recent quarter. Much like that Core PCE report, we've already had insight from all of NVIDIA's major customers, so I wouldn't be surprised if earnings are pretty well dialed versus these expectations. But what could be market moving are is the guidance from NVIDIA, how much it expects to make in the coming quarter, in the coming year, and I think that could set the tone for risk appetite as we head into Jackson Hole on Friday. Today's chart of the day is the Australian dollar versus the US dollar, which from my perspective looks comfy within a relatively healthy uptrend. This is the 4-hour chart, and you can see a bullish channel has been guiding prices higher. We're now actually rising to a 3-month high in this currency pair after that hot inflation reading out of Australia. And what I wanted to highlight as well is the 14-period RSI in the lower panel that's moving sideways within a bullish range. All of these things to me are indicating a healthy uptrend that could extend further from here. The next level to watch is right around 72. That was the next high that we saw, the highest price we've seen in 4 or 5 months. So from my perspective, it looks like the odds are tilted toward, in the short term, continued strength in the Aussie, and then a big decision point based on how the market interprets Kevin Warsh's speech at Jackson Hole. That is today's video. Thank you for carving a couple minutes out of your day to watch. If I could ask just one quick favor though before you go, please do drop a like on this video. It's a free way to show your support that helps us with the algorithms. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel at FOREX.com for more videos like this. Thanks again, and best of luck with your trading today.